Imagine you're on an operating table. You look up, and instead of a tired surgeon who's been on his feet for 12 hours, you see a 4-armed robotic spider that never blinks. Sounds like science fiction? Well, it's a $10 billion reality. But here's the catch. While the robots are winning, the companies making them are bleeding out. This company looks solid, but we found a hole in their pocket the size of a crater. Welcome to the robotic surgery reset of 2025. First, the good news. People are obsessed with robots. In 2025, over 3 million people were cut open by a machine. To put that in perspective, that's like every single person in the city of Chicago getting robotic surgery in 1 year. Intuitive is the king, Procept is growing like a weed, and India is finally joining the party. The line is going up and to the right, and it looks beautiful. But, as every consultant loves to say, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity. While more patients are getting surgery, the companies are getting squeezed. China is playing hardball with price caps, essentially telling these firms, we love your robots, but we're only paying half price. Meanwhile, interest rates are so high that hospitals are treated a new $2 million robot like a luxury yacht they can't afford. The golden age just got a massive reality check. So we did what we do best. We mapped out the battlefield. This isn't just about who has the coolest robot. It's about who has enough gas in the tank to survive the next 24 months. We've divided the world into the kings, the specialists, the cheap alternatives, and the zombies. Let's see who's who. Meet the 800-pound gorilla, Intuitive Surgical. They made $10 billion last year. To give you an idea of that scale, that's enough money to buy every person in New York City a brand new Tesla. But here's the genius part. They don't just sell the robot. 84% of their money comes from the razor blades, the tiny scissors and services you have to buy every single time you use the machine. They don't just own the market, they've built a digital fortress. Then there's Procept. They are the sniper of the industry. Instead of trying to do everything, they focus on one very specific, very annoying male problem, the prostate. Their secret sauce? A water jet robot. Their business health margins jumped from the 50s to 64% because they proved that their way is simply better. It's the iPhone of urology, focused, expensive, and addictive. Now, let's talk about the challenger from the East, SSII. They are trying to do for surgery what budget airlines did for travel. They want to make it cheap. They even did 120 surgeries where the doctor wasn't even in the same room, or even the same city. But there's a red flag. Their debt pile is looking a bit shaky. They are growing fast, but they are living on borrowed time and borrowed money. And now, a moment of silence for the zombies. Look at Vicarious Surgical. They have incredible technology, but their revenue last year was zero. Not a single cent. They are in the survival countdown. Their wallet is expected to be completely empty by the middle of next year. It's a brutal reminder. You can have the smartest robot in the world, but if nobody's buying it, you're just a very expensive science project. This chart is the truth meter. In this business, you want subscription money, money that keeps coming in, whether you sell a new robot or not. Intuitive and Procept have mastered this. Everyone else? They're still hunting for their next meal. If the bars on this chart are low, the company's heart rate is dropping. Here's where it gets spooky. The robots are starting to learn. Intuitive is using the data from 3 million surgeries to train an AI that can tell a surgeon, hey, don't cut there. It's like having a co-pilot that has seen every mistake ever made. This isn't just hardware anymore. It's a giant brain in the cloud. And the more it learns, the harder it is for anyone else to compete. Even robots have to deal with politics. New taxes and tariffs added $63 million to Intuitive's costs last year. Imagine having to pay a border fee the size of a small island's GDP just to move your parts. Plus, China is building its own homegrown robots. The message is clear. If you want to sell in China, you better start acting like a Chinese company. Imagine a surgeon in Paris operating on a patient in Mumbai. We used to worry about the lag, the delay in the signal. But with 5G, that delay is now less than a blink of an eye. This is the ultimate democratization. The best surgeon in the world is now only a high-speed internet connection away from anyone, anywhere. Let's look at the scoreboard. Look at that bottom row, net income. Intuitive is printing nearly $3 billion in profit. Everyone else? They're still in the red. It's a winner-takes-most market. If you're an investor, you're looking for companies that have infinite cash runway, not the ones labeled critical. This bubble chart tells the whole story. The big blue circle is Intuitive. It's basically the sun, and all these other tiny planets are just orbiting it. Procept is moving up, but everyone else is just trying to avoid crashing into the ground. So what's the verdict? If you're a robotics company and you're not selling software or razor blades, you're already a ghost. The future belongs to the digital elite. 2026 will be the year of the great consolidation. The big robots will eat the small robots. It's not just surgery, it's high-stakes poker with lives and billions on the line. We've covered a lot of ground today, from zombie companies to AI surgeons. What do you think? Is the human surgeon becoming obsolete? Or are these robots just very expensive tools? Let us know in the comments. We're watching the China localization and the impact of weight loss drugs very closely. Stay tuned for that. This analysis was brought to you by HDIN Research. If you want the full-page report with the real, under-the-hood data, drop us an email at sales@hdinresearch.com or visit our website. Knowledge is power, but in this market, data is survival. Thanks for watching.